Hello. So this game is called The First Tree. I have no idea what it's about. I know it's an adventure game. And Chris, Wolfie KD, played it and said it was very much like Rhyme. So I thought it would be good to give it a go, really. Ooh, it's pretty already. Little fox? Yes? Oh, whoa, this is a weird wobbly camera. Sorry, Foxy.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. You should get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know, it seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain, just looking confused and worried. Those eyes, I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense.
Yeah, they do.
A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Oh no.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
I am already getting emotional because this whole fox in the snow thing is a metaphor. So I am... Oh no. No. I am super teary already today. I don't need this shit. How do I interact with you? I can't. Oh. Are we looking for a surviving cub, or is this... I can't do anything with it.
She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other two children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers.
No! I'm seriously already choking up a little. No! I didn't know it was gonna be such a tearjerker. Come on. No, it's gonna be a metaphor for them losing their child, isn't it? Oh my god, no. Oh god, where have I started? I can't run here?
The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too.
I missed one though, so I have to turn around real
behind
quick.
her the whole time.
I didn't know I had to collect these. I thought they were just kajiggers, but if I keep going and I know I've missed this one, I'm gonna not be happy. Alright, Missy. Oh, it's a toggle run. That's gonna be really confusing for me. I'm not used to toggles. It's beautiful. Very simple, but very beautiful. Where am I Oh, the two cubbies. Where are my babies? Oh. Yeah, the music's really nice. If it's too loud, let me know. What's over there? Not another dead baby, is it? Okay, good.
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week, even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys.
Alaska.
That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack, like my father. Usually those kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough.
Aww.
He carved me a tank. He tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that I've pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
Can I not jump on this? Where do I go? Oh, there. Didn't I come from there?
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts
Oh, I can
with
zoom
things
in.
like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
Hey, I hear you.
It's as close as we can get for now.
Oh, there's a few there. But I'll have to leap down to get them. Hey. Oh, there's a slide with things in it. Come on. Oh, I was hoping to run up it. That was very anticlimactic again. Ah! I think I stuck behind there, little fox. Little fox face. Where's the eagle? Where? I see no bird in the sky.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
Yeah, I think I only did it once. When
Oh,
I was
I'm
in the
already
4th
zoomed
grade.
in.
You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distract me. So I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad.
Oh, bunnies!
A wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Oh.
Kids can be so cruel.
Yep.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
Kids are basically, well, school is basically a taste of what life's gonna be like. But not everyone's mean. And even the mean kids, they often have a reason why they're mean. Like, I was bullied terribly in school, like beaten up on a daily basis. Like bleeding nose beating up, not like a slap around the head or anything. But all those boys had serious issues at home, and that's why they were like the way they were. Oh, new area. Oh, cool. Oh, I see a jigger up there. Can I jump this way? No, I need to go the other way around, I think. Oh, keep forgetting that the run is toggled. Not used to that, man.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages.
Why?
Break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage.
Why would you?
My dad was furious.
Yeah.
But he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means there's no one to stop you making hard decisions.
The police
He had to
is.
make a living, and he couldn't be in 2 places at once.
No, I have to be able to go
Yeah,
with
I
this one.
realize that now. But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
Ah, I can do double jump. Okay. Ah, double jumping! Ooh, fireworks. Ah! Thought I was gonna fall off there. Ah, ah, ah! Ooh, I thought I wasn't gonna make that one.
He was working another late night, and my friends were over, saying how bored they were and how they'd come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15, so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks spitting onto the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers.
Oh, bluegrass is great.
I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with borrowed wings. But all good things have endings.
Ooh.
A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us send a bottle rocket into someone's yard. What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
Well, it's your own fault, dude. You coming with me? Ooh, yeah! This feels very strange. But where was the light that I saw on top of here? Was that just you guys? Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's nothing there. There's a light there, I think. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. That's why I wanted to play it. Just something relaxing. But how do I get up there, though? Oh, up here. Oh, no. You can't make me do all these double jumps. Oh, that's alright. Sometimes I worry for nothing. Bloom. Oof. My little nostrils. Ah. Hey. Oh, we're at the top now. Right? No, we're not. Well, we are at the top, but not in that sense. I guess I have to jump down. Yurt! And then you die at the end. Oh, there's more butterflies over there. I guess we gotta go get that one. Oh yeah, that's very high up.
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was gonna be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window.
Aww.
In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I had proved the ultimate point. But my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough, it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but...
It's hard to believe, isn't it? It surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, "Make this right," to himself, more than to me.
I'm fine. I am fine. This game is not getting to me. This is not my childhood we're talking about. Ooh. There's one there, but I don't think I need anything for that. There's more butterflies down there, so I'm wondering what this one's for. I think it's here. Maybe? But that seems too high. Right, you're with me, right? Okay, you're now with me. Good. Geeter flies. Yeah. Alright, I can't jump now because as soon as I jump, I will lose them. So that kind of sucks, because how do I get these? Oh, I know. I think. Oh, there was a secret! A secret one! Ow, my head! Oh, I'm stuck. I hope I'm able to walk on these. Yeah! Okay. Hop! Right. 3.
My friends would laugh about that night and talk about how crazy it was, and I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, unable to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
Whoa, yes. Oh, but I didn't get this one. No, that's mean. Oh. Whee! Oh, there's one. Deja vu. It's very much like a rhyme. I was saying that earlier. It got recommended to me because
if there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end.
wow.
Then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
So I guess these are geysers. Oh, new area. Guess the geysers were the answer to my prayers. Ooh, pretty. There's the tree. Is that the first tree? The first tree I cut down? I can't promise anything.
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we'd always
Oh my
used
god, this
behind
is
the
my
house.
childhood.
We walked down the mountain path.
Not the
talking in
mountains.
warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore.
I wish there
almost
were
like
mountains.
sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had
I
sacrificed
don't
for me.
understand. Okay, this is confusing me. What the hell am I supposed to do? Look at the thing? How am I supposed to look at it? Oh, you're annoying me. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what it meant. I wasn't listening to what the guy was saying because I was so distracted by what the instructions meant. I still don't know what it means. There's another one over there, another biggie. Oh, this is not the thing. This is another diggy dig.
My dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something.
Cool.
He made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes.
Aww.
We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set.
Sounds nice.
Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
So what happened, huh? You liked your childhood, what happened? Right, the next one's all the way over there.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods,
time.
pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky.
Sounds wonderful.
Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. But then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
Well, neither of my parental houses are the same. Both houses, like my mom's house, I've lived there since I was 12. She's rebuilt it so many times now, I can't even remember what we started off with in the first place. And my dad recently renovated his entire house, so it looks nothing like what it used to either. So, the home that I had does not exist anymore. But with all the hardship we've been through in both of them, I think it's a good thing to change things up and not get stuck in the past. Ooh. I hope I don't miss too many of these stars. I try to keep an eye out for them. It's kind of hard sometimes. Oh, you sneaky little fuck. There's something glowing down here. Oh, it's another one of these. I don't know what that means. It says to look up and go down. Oh! Okay, now I need to go back to find the other one. Oh! I need to... Oh! Fuck, where was the other one though? Oh man, now I gotta go all the way back? Okay, let's do that real quick. I don't know what I did, because I did that before. But I think you have to go down in just the right way with the Kajigger. Oh, okay. And you have to activate all 3 stones, I'm guessing. Do I get a prize at 100? Is it a new soul? Is it forgiveness from my father? Hop. There's a lot of double jumping in this. Can I, Ah, yeah, there's the other stone. This is not the stone I was looking for, but it is a stone that I need to do, so... Ah, so... Okay, I have no idea what I did, but, Right, so the other one's there. I can see it. It's over there. So it was in the same area, which is fine. I could survey this area. Wonder what they do. Oh, it's time to yeet! Oh, that's not a good yeet. That's just a run. Anyway, we need to go that way. Oh, I didn't do it this time. The way forward? Ah, okay. So we have to go that way, but... Did we see everything in the other place? I guess. Ah. Well done, Foxy. Why am I stuck? Okay. Jesus. I love how he just slides down in a really oh! Is that my dad? No!
The perpetrator stood nearby, unfazed, like nothing was wrong.
Oh!
My dad is dead, and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
Missed it. Fuck.
I need to go to bed. I just can't talk about this anymore. Good night.
Okay. Where's Rachel gone? She suddenly stopped responding to him. So his dad died, and he has a lot of regrets. But that's why I always say, like, even if you have issues with a person, talk it out at least once. You know, say what you need to say to that person before it's too late. Because unfortunately we do get stuck with these feelings if we don't tie up loose ends and don't resolve things, and then when those people are gone, you can never have that chance again. So I have, especially in the last 10 years or so, I have spoken my mind a lot more, when it comes to what other people have done, but also what I have done. Especially as a teenager, I was nightmarish. Or that's what I always said. I remember saying to my mum, I apologized to her. I said, I'm sorry I was such a shit daughter when you actually needed me, because when I was a teen, my whole life was in turmoil. My parents' life were in turmoil. My stepsisters were going through a tough time. My brother was going through a tough time. It was all shit all around. Everywhere you looked, there was just shit going on. And I wasn't making it any better. But she was like, Denise, you weren't a shit daughter at all. You were going through things as well, you know. You've had a really bad life. Like, you've had really bad stuff happen to you. And you were still going through that. And then the divorce. And then all the shit that happened with that, which I will go over eventually in the Draw My Life thing. But there was just so much. And the only thing that I could cope with that was doing what I did. It was my survival mechanism, but unfortunately it was a lot of destructive behavior, very similar to the guy in the story, where too much drinking, smoking, you know, everything. I even did drugs. It was not good. Staying out all weekend, sleeping on the streets. I had no regard for my safety whatsoever. I was totally off the rails, hanging with the wrong crowds, causing more stress to everybody around me. And then the smartest thing I did was to move away. It was partially why I moved away, was because of the situation I was in. I had to get myself out of the situation. And so when I was 18, I moved away to the UK. It was the only thing I could think of at the time. It was the escape out that I needed. And actually, it was the best thing that I've done for myself. It still took me a good decade to find my spin here and to start looking after myself. But eventually, I think this was the best thing for me. And she said, it really wasn't that bad. It was just the whole situation. You know, had it been a normal situation and you were acting up like a teenager, then it wouldn't have been such a big deal. But because of all the other things going on, it was just another thing to deal with that they didn't have energy for. I didn't have energy for. So yeah, it was just a bad situation. But it was so nice to hear from my mom that actually it's a lot worse in my head than that she experienced. So that was nice. So it's always good to kind of, you know, talk about these things with your parents, with your siblings, with friends, ex-friends, ex-partners, partners, whatever. Sometimes you just need to air everything, and then you'll 9 out of 10 times it's not as bad as you make it up in your head. And quite a lot of times people's behavior are influenced by what they deal with at the time or what they've been through in life, I found. And yes, it doesn't excuse people from doing things, of course, but it is still good to discuss these things. And yeah, it was a little bit of closure for me to not feel so guilty, because I already feel guilty. I feel guilty about everything. I feel guilty about my entire life. I feel guilty about every decision I've ever made. I always want to be better and the best and a good person. And so this was like that little bit of redemption where it's like, actually, it wasn't so bad. So yeah, I'm glad that I got that off my chest before my mom's not here anymore. I mean, anyway, I don't want to keep on talking about that. I could just go on forever, but I don't know. Then there needs to be more understanding and more communication from both sides. And not just in parental relationships, also in like romantic relationships, friendships. I am very blunt. I've gone back to being more blunt, and yes, that rubs people the wrong way sometimes, and yes, sometimes feelings get hurt. But they know where they stand with me. I don't like to pretend things are okay when they're not. Which a lot of people do, and I hate that the most. You know. Oh, where are we now? Are we in heaven? Oh, so beautiful. Little fox. Do I still go for
Joseph, You can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost. Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like?
Hello, little dear.
You know what it's like not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself. You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out.
Nobody does.
These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
Do I get to yeet myself towards the moose? Yes! Hey! Ow, my little legs. Hey, moose. Or elk? Do they have moose in Alaska, or is it elk? Oh, look how cute they all are. Hello. Oh, this is ice? Is this ice? Hello. You're cute. No, I am water. Okay. I can hear you chewing. Can I jump on you? I want to jump on you. The male is like, what the fuck are you doing? Fuck you up. Whew. You're very big. You're half in water, did you know that? I like your teeth. Oh, I thought I saw another fox. I'm gonna look up here. What's down here? Oh, secret space. I'm glad I went down here. 100 stars achievement unlocked. So this is all of his drawings, huh? Aww. It's his dad? Which one is his dad, though? Aww. I love when foxes jump like that to hunt under snow. Aw, little hare! I love hares. They always look so grumpy. Aw, that's nice. Okay, good. I'm glad I came back. Uh-oh.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the jade valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
I can't see where I am. Oh, fuck. Crap. I fell all the way down. I didn't mean to do that, but I couldn't see where I needed to jump. Maybe that's on purpose anyway. I don't want all my cubs to be dead. And Joseph, you have beautiful dreams, if sad. But, yeah.
At the end of high school, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Drive. I looked into the best architecture schools on the West Coast and got a dose of reality when looking at other students' portfolios and the high cost of tuition. I still wanted to be something, to be the next Alvaro Siza, and to make those thousands of sketches worth something in my grand history. But now even an internship sounds impossible. Siza helped me understand how essential emotion is in architecture. And he also said light is the real composer of space. I like to think these glints of light, like not finding a job, or even a strange dream about a fox, are something I should be thankful for. Even if the illuminated space is something I'm less than comfortable with. My dad was super supportive with my college plans. To a point. Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there.
Oh no.
My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't directly involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain. I just lost it. Teenage me just exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have. He was having a crisis, and I pretty much spit in his face.
Alright, tell me more of your wonderful childhood memories.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I called on holidays, and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened,
No,
which was stupid.
it is stupid.
Didn't want to ask about his lumberyard, and I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer.
You can't assume that people are gonna be there forever. We take each other way too much for granted. Oh, you again. Oh, my last cub. Oh.
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree, but sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
The first tree awakens and gently asks if there is one last message the fox wants to tell her children. Excuse me?
I guess her journey was over, but I have no idea. It was only a dream, a distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow, but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
Six months later. Oh, all the onions. Yeah. Ooh, what am I looking at? Oh, jeez. Okay. Am I Joseph now? Alright. Can I turn on the lights? Because I can't see a thing. Well, my wife is asleep, so I should probably not. Can't open that. It must be somewhere. Oh, there's a bench. Oh, in a tent. Aw. Okay, owl. Calm the shit down. I've seen Twin Peaks, okay? Stay away from me. No, no, woo woo woo. Is this the forest? Aw, fireflies. Can I pick this up, please? Just in case a cannibal comes at me? No? Can't do anything with this? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Oh. Have I been sleeping in here just randomly? What am I?
What the hell?
Oh. Hello, you were the asshole. Oh no, you were the nice wolf. I thought you were the dick wolf that ate all my cups. Aww. Okay, I'm back in the game. If you're gonna read out my message, I'm gonna cry, okay? Nice, look how beautiful. All the flowers growing. Okay, enough with the rain. Look, it's not even cloudy. Aw.